This year, we're playing to win. 3 things to know.
1.
Sometimes good people have bad information.
That wild meme your uncle sent you with a conspiracy about COVID and mail-in voting? It might be from Moscow. No joke.
What you can do, fact check the family chat, but do it with finesse.
2. You don't need a ref to see that not everyone is playing fair out here.
That Twitter beef about Biden's Democratic plantation by Spicy Black King 411?
It might not be real. You could be talking to a bot or a paid troll. What you can do.
Ignore the internet gangster. Only fight with your teammates.
3. Register, then vote. Early if you can. Let's go. Stay focused, stay winning.
Under Review, a partnership with More Than a Vote and Win Black.
You might have recognized the voices of Jesus and Mero. That was part of a collaboration with LeBron James' effort, More Than a Vote. As you heard, it's called Under Review, a new rapid response operation aimed at flooding the zone, as they say, with facts in order to counter political misinformation targeting Black Americans, Black voters. On LeBron's latest venture, the New York Times writes this, quote, More Than a Vote has invested in recruiting more than 40,000 poll workers, helping formerly incarcerated people regain their voting rights and aiding the push for NBA arenas to be converted into polling locations. We're back with former Congresswoman Donna Edwards and Jason Johnson. I don't think LeBron James' efforts off the court get as much attention as they deserve, Jason. I mean, we've been covering them because they go so much deeper. They're so much more tactical than just using the bully pulpit. Yeah. What do you, sort of in having awareness of what else is going on in the grassroots, what is the impact? Jason.
So this is what I like about what LeBron is doing this time, and it was sort of in the New York Times article, that he's out there talking about issues instead of a candidate. In 2016, he did a lot for Hillary Clinton in Ohio, but you can't change how people feel about Hillary Clinton. But what you can talk about is, hey, who's your local district attorney? Hey, what's your school board situation? Hey, is anybody taking care of your grandmother who has to deal with COVID? And this is the kind of nonsense that's being targeted at you. There's been so much effort to suppress the Black vote, in particular the African-American male vote, that LeBron and George Paul and all these other players, they recognize that they have to be the antidote to people like Ice Cube and 50 Cent, who are going to make a lot of noise representing a much smaller portion of the African-American vote and African-American male vote than LeBron represents. So I like the fact that he is tactical and ideological about this, not making it about Joe Biden, but making it about Black people showing agency in a problematic system.
Well, and he's right. I mean, Donna, one of the greatest threats to political information is disinformation, and in a household with a lot of Scooby-Doo on, I mean, pulling the mask off. I mean, that's a message for all voters. I mean, it's tactically relevant, it's strategically smart, and it's got a pretty wide audience. It pains me as a Warriors fan to acknowledge LeBron's greatness. He's great on the court, but he's a very good political strategist as well, Donna.
Well, he is, and he is the perfect messenger for this targeted group of voters who have been, I mean, they are just being inundated with all of this disinformation. I've been tracking some of the messages that are coming through, and they're definitely designed to tell people it doesn't matter, there's nothing in it for you, just stay home. And I think that hurt in 2016, and I think what LeBron is doing is so important. And he's speaking to people where they are. They're doing it with messages that are short and sweet, and they use the right language. And I love this because I think, as Jason used the word agency, and I think that this gives a group of voters who have been left out for so long in so many ways the agency and the power to say we can change this. And so I celebrate LeBron all the time, and it's not about basketball. I mean, watching him grow from an 18-year-old to this man who recognizes his power and his ability to change minds and hearts has been really just so overwhelming and powerful to see.
I agree. One of my favorite twists of the LeBron James, political activist and really a smart political strategist is that shut up and dribble was answered with revenge served ice cold. Donna Edwards, Jason Johnson, thank you very much.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.